Hey everybody, what's up? It's Gethard. Welcome to Planet Scum Live, which is the Wednesday night show here on the Twitch channel Planet Scum. I used to say the flagship show, but that's clearly not true anymore. The George Lucas Talk Show on Sundays, clearly the flagship show. They've raised like $35,000 in a few weeks for various causes. So clearly, I'm the only person. I am the only person who would do that, who would found a thing and form it, and then be the third most popular show. Robbie's show is also better than my show. But I'm psyched you're here. Psyched you're here. I also, obviously, I mentioned everywhere. Thursdays, Robbie. Saturdays, Vacation Jason / sometimes this other guy, Riley Soliner. Sundays, the George Lucas Talk Show. We got more coming. We got more shows coming. I hear rumors that other people are going to be starting shows on this channel. So stay tuned for that. You just watched our new trailer. Thanks to Chris Gonzalez for putting that together. Thanks to Jeff Rosenstock for the music. And the past week, every show on the Twitch channel, we've been raising money for charities. Usually we have a button where you can throw in some money and we split it up amongst the artists. This week here on the Wednesday night show, going to a Fair Fight. All the money you donate goes to Fair Fight, which if you don't know about it, Stacey Abrams from Georgia runs an organization to get elections fair and not rigged by awful Republicans. So it's a very worthy cause and one that needs your money anyway. So go ahead and donate if you feel so inclined. If you want to call the show tonight, we would love to have you. All we do is we sit here, we take calls. That's the bulk of what the show is. And the way that you do that is you join our Discord. It's pretty simple. The link is on your screen. You check out the Discord. It's not hard, and it's really fun. There's close to 2,000 people that sit in there, and they chat, and they're nice. And Vice Magazine said it's like almost sickening how nice everybody is. So you go in there. It's very easy. People will walk you through the call-in process. And that's it. I'm going to take some calls tonight. And I'm glad I'm going to be joined by two friends of mine, two people who are very near and dear to my heart, two people who I say, pound for pound, two of the funniest people going. I met these people on the same night. A lot of people don't even know this story. There was this invasion of Chicago comedians to New York a handful of years ago. But I had already met them all because I had been in Chicago doing perhaps the worst gig of my entire life. And I heard that there was a show at the Annoyance. And I went to this show called Holy Fuck. And just everybody there was completely fucking bananas and hilarious. And then one by one, they all moved to New York. And I felt like I was ahead of the curve. And it was awesome. First up, he's the first ever return guest here at Planet Scum Live. He was on our first episode. He is back. Ladies and gentlemen, he's just outright one of the funniest guys I know, the hardest working man I know. Carmen Christopher, welcome to the show.
Hello.
It's good to have you back, Carm. How you been?
Man, I'm hanging in here. I'm hanging in here, trying to stay focused, trying to work, trying to, keep my head above water.
Now, Carmen, you were the first friend of mine to come visit me at my new house. You came this weekend, and it was really great to see you. Yeah. We maintained some good social distancing, but we were able to hang out. Nancy, please don't tell anybody about the location or nature of my home.
I won't say anything, but actually, I should tell you this. This is some good news for you. I got my COVID test on Monday, and I got my results back today, and I'm negative. So you don't have to worry about Kale being sick, for me at least.
That's good.
And that's good because you said not to touch him. And you said, Hallie probably said it wasn't a good idea for me to touch him. But when you guys were not around, I was sneaking in some little high fives.
I saw you grabbing his little foot, his fat little foot a couple times.
He's a cute kid. And I like kids. They're fun. I like playing with them. Your kids. You got a cute kid. You did a good job.
Thanks, man. And now you'll see people already asking in all caps, where does Geth live? Let's keep that quiet.
Let me get up in the Discord. Let's see. How many people are watching?
Like 125 or something like that.
Thanks for coming out, gang.
Oh, David Ray Martinez saying the real question is, where does Carmen live?
I live on the border of, I'm not going to tell. I don't know. I'm done telling people shit about me.
You got shut down.
I got egged the other day.
You got egged?
Yeah.
By who?
My roommates.
That sucks, man.
Nah.
Right. Up next, joining the show for the first time, proudly told me that he has not checked out the show, has no idea what it is, didn't fill him in before this. This is a person who I've really, it's funny, you know, I book these people on and then I sit there and think, and I'm like, I really have so much love for this guy. Again, I met him in Chicago that night. We became actually like email buddies well before he moved to New York. I used to try to get him to submit videos to the Gethard show. He blew me off, but then he later was an actor on the Gethard show, did some writing on the Gethard show. And here's how close me and Gary Richardson are. I once drove him to drop off some belongings with his relatives in a section of Brooklyn, so deep into Brooklyn, I didn't know it existed. That's how much I love Gary. And then here's how much Gary has done for me. He once picked me up after I had a colonoscopy, and that's real friendship. Yeah. He both lived in Greenpoint. He came with me and picked me up after a colonoscopy. That's true friendship.
That's really nice.
It's also one of the funniest fucking people I've ever met. Gary Richardson, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. Thanks again for picking me up after I got my butthole invaded by that camera.
Yeah, no problem, dog. Somebody got to do it. You know, you were in need. I had nothing else to do.
Tight back then. We also lived like 2 blocks away from each other.
Yeah, we were real close at the time.
And I think we got dinner the night you moved to New York, if I remember right.
We did not get dinner the night I moved to New York. We got pierogies the day after I moved to New York.
The day after. Wait, yeah. When did I meet you at the Creek though? Didn't I go sit down with you at the Creek one night? And John and Tisher were there because they had just driven.
It would have been John and Joey, so that would have been the night that I moved here. Then, because I remember I moved here and immediately did Dan Joe Charles show at the Creek.
First night here.
First night here.
Whoa, how'd you get on that?
I was fucking around. I didn't move to New York to fuck around. I moved to New York to sit around, dog.
That was Joe Pera.
I hear that.
It was not hard to get on that show at the Creek, and that was the show where Rebecca from the Creek gave Dan Licata a talking to because he kept diving off the stage through chairs and tables and shit. And she was like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?"
That's funny,
dude. His stand-up used to be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it still kind of is.
It's like mostly funny now, but it used to be like jackass. Used to be fucked up shit.
How do you feel? How do you think Dan's going to feel when these people tweeted him that you said his stand-up is mostly funny now?
It is.
That's got to be awesome.
Mostly funny.
I just saw him today.
Really?
Dan's a great friend, so you can.
Good dude.
If you guys are trying to start up drama on Twitter, like, do your thing, man.
We did that house show together. Me, you, him, and Will Miles, right, Gary?
Yeah.
Will Miles is about to have a kid.
Yeah, Will Miles is about to have a kid. I just sent him his gift. I just got the email from Target. It's been delivered. Everybody's fucking growing up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you remember when we were driving home from Philly, we stopped for food, and Dan Licata inexplicably took off his shoe and just threw it across a parking lot as hard as he could, and then we drove home and he had one shoe the rest of the time?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
That's wild. I think
it was a piece of his shoe. I think the sole of his shoe fell off.
Well, you did a bunch of shows, so maybe this was a different show because I don't remember that one bit.
That was in Philly for sure. And then the other show I did with Licata was in Ithaca. Joe Peretz and Licata. We drove all the way to Ithaca, did a show in a basement. And it was very, very clear that the family the couple hosting the show were swingers, and they had all their swinger friends there, and they had a hot tub in the basement. And they tried to convince Dan Licata and Joe Pera. They kept saying, "You guys should stick around," and it was clearly going to become like a weird sex party. And I was like, "Please stay for the orgy, please, Dan Licata and Joe Pera, please." And they didn't.
Would you have
good boys
waited for them?
They were staying over anyway because they went to Ithaca. So they had friends in town. So I was driving back. I'm like, "You're already staying here for the night. Spend a couple of extra hours at the orgy."
Yeah.
Carm would have done it.
It depends.
You would have at least hung out. I don't know if you would have done anything.
Yeah, I can't be having sex with random people. Or maybe I could. I don't know.
Gary, if you're in that situation where you've just done a show in a weird basement and you realize a sex party's going to break out, stick around, feel it out, get out of there quick.
How good was my set?
You did well.
I did well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's in Ithaca. Well, I got to see what the crowd's like.
Yeah, it depends.
I would love to be able to say no doubt I'd be there, you know, that I'd be in it, but there's too many factors. There's too many factors, and you know, I got to keep it real. I don't know if I would stick around.
Yeah, there's too much that goes into it.
Because you also got to remember that you're in a place where they're just inviting essentially whoever they see to this orgy, and that does not vote of confidence. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I agree. I want it to be hard to get into, and then like everybody looks around, and I'm like the ugliest guy there.
Exactly, I got to be the ugliest dude there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying you guys aren't interested in getting inside an indoor basement hot tub with strangers? I want to be clear.
In the hot tub, that's different. Pop off an orgy.
But even like, I don't even know if I'm hopping into a hot tub post comedy show, because there's some like, man, you kind of, because like comedy show crowds are like, they don't really shower. Like a lot of comics don't even shower. So I'm not really trying to get into a hot tub with after a comedy show.
And here's the thing, okay? I've seen Carmen crush shows. Okay, Carmen crushes a show. What's he want to do? Another show.
Yeah.
Carmen sex from his mind. The boy works hard.
Yeah.
If he's on a roll, he wants to push that, and I respect it.
It is true. Carmen's always ready for the next one.
And you know, I've seen Gary do well on a show, and the thing that Gary wants to do after a show is if he does good, he's looking to buy a $30-$40 cocktail.
True. I feel like Gary's hit a point where you legitimately might turn around and go, I crushed that show. I think I'm going to go find a plane ticket to St. Thomas. That wouldn't surprise me at this point in your life.
I believe that.
That'd be awesome. I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but I don't think I don't have the scratch like that just yet. But that'd be fun.
I think you do.
Nah.
This is a good segue. So all we do, Gary, we just shoot the shit like this, and then we take calls. That's the whole shit.
Easy.
Don't know the show. It's easy. But this is a good segue, because I was thinking, here's why I wanted you guys here together, because I am notoriously, like we have said, Carmen, you want to get in there and do another show. Gary, buy a cocktail, go on an adventure. I can't even imagine what you guys would tell these people about me. It could be anything. I could have a fucking meltdown. I could be in a manic fit of positivity, but it's never going to be normal. I might crush and then go sit in the car by myself and like be mad. No one knows. It's always going to be something fucking weird and probably concerning emotionally. That being said, you are two of the only friends I have who have actually at times convinced me to behave in a somewhat chill, cool fashion. This is true. You're two of the only people who got through to me. And I have specific examples. Carmen, when we started going on the road together, I remember you said, I'll come out, I'll do shows with you, but I'm not just going to sit in the fucking hotel rooms all day, just fucking working hard until the show. I was like, no, that's what I do. And you were like, I will literally not come with you. So we would go to rooftop hotel parties. We'd go out. We'd fucking.
I'll never do that with
beaches. Yeah, I know. The rooftop hotel party was a disaster for both of us. But finding a beach in Syracuse, I'm not finding a beach on my own. And at the time you were single, you'd be like, I met a girl last night. Her and her friends are going to a beach, meet up. I'm like, what are you talking about? Meet strangers at a beach, and I would do it. Gary, I remember so distinctly a few things. I don't know if you remember this, but when I was doing Career Suicide 2016, there's a stretch where Hallie was out of town. She was working in Cleveland for a few months. Mm-hmm. So I was doing a show every day where I'd talk about times I tried to kill myself. And then I would go home, speak to no one, and I would watch Japanese wrestling clips on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I texted you one night and said, Gary, I think I'm losing my mind. I need to get out of the house. And you said to me, well, I'm going to a party tonight. Why don't you come? And I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, yeah, down in Bed-Stuy.
I had a meltdown. Do you remember this part? I was like, I can't come to a party. Whose party is it? You're like, it's another comedian. I'm like, no, I can't. And I remember you just calmly, I think you called me. I think we were texting and then you called me and you were like, you just come to a party. It's fine. And then I went and it was pleasant.
It was a totally forgettable party.
It was on a roof. You both brought me to rooftop parties might be the point.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
you hardly got to be invited to a party to go to it.
Yeah, I sure.
I would not be invited and show up at a party. I feel like everyone's going to be mad at me. So point being, and we'll talk more about this, but I want to give people time to prepare. So if you're watching tonight and you guys are both very, very familiar with the types of people who are attracted to my work, you both have been around the Gethard show a lot. To everybody watching, no offense. You're more on my side of the line than Gary and Carmen's. You're people with anxiety. You're people who are neurotic. So if you've ever had a situation, whether it's current or in the past, I'm not saying Gary and Carmen are going to solve all your problems. All right. It's not their job, but they might be able to give you some advice on how to be slightly cooler about it. So maybe you have a situation at work where you're scared to talk to your boss about something. Maybe there's someone in your life who you went on a date with and it didn't go well and you think they're mad at you and you're not sure how to bring it up. I know for a fact, most of the people watching this are like me. You do not know how to handle these situations. These two guys might be able to get you like 2 inches closer to normalcy. But I'm not Gary and Carmen. I'm not putting it on you to make these people normal. Just edging them in the right direction. Do you think?
Yeah, I don't feel that weight at all, dog. Yeah.
I'm ready for some questions. I'm ready to give some. I think we're ready. Who needs help?
Now, the fact that I sort of apologized 4 times for my own idea, and then Gary, you interrupted me and said, "I do not feel this weight," reflects how well you do know me. After we've been friends 5, 6. When did you move to New York?
I guess about 7 years ago.
7 years. So I'm sitting here going, I don't expect you to solve everything. You're going, I don't care. I don't care.
You got a kid, dog.
It's true.
That kid's going to ask you questions. You going to stutter in front of your kid? Carmen, what if you asked your dad a question and he stuttered in front of you?
Then I slapped him pretty hard.
You're saying Cal is going to slap me?
I'm not saying that.
If you don't get it together, he might.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2020, dog.
If you just
bringing up my abilities as a parent,
they're like really strong these days. They're activists. They're in the streets. Like, you know, if you're not acting right, he'll slap those glasses off your pretty face.
And Carmen, you have to vouch. He's weirdly, for a 1-year-old, physically strong too.
He's really big. He's a good-looking kid. He's gonna be an alpha. I see him stomping you out. He's got Haley's genes. She was a dancer. She's got his strength. And
you guys want to hear something that's legit true, but that's gonna make you fucking sad for me?
What?
Past couple weeks, he's won. He hasn't even said his first word. He's been like bullying me. He like bullies me.
I mean, if he's bullying you, you deserve it.
What do you mean he's bullying you? Because that doesn't have words.
Straight up, he will pretend I'll be rocking him to sleep. He'll pretend he's asleep. He'll be out on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll stand up because I'm in a rocking chair rocking him.
Okay.
He's out. And then I'll stand up to go put him in his crib. And as soon as I stand up, he pops up. He's been awake the whole time. And he'll straight up go, grab my glasses, try to break them, throw them on the ground. And then he'll either throw them on the ground or I get them away from him. And then he starts hitting me and pulling my hair. He's been doing this every night for weeks. He bullies me.
Maybe you're not his dad.
Hey,
that's one thing, but also
doing jokes.
Don't forget, you can put his little ass down. You can set the kid down and be like, chill out.
I'm figuring out how to handle it, but it's weird. It's weird to realize he will straight up sometimes just pound on my face, just punch me in the face. And I'm like, I got to figure out how to react to this.
Hey, Carm, how many times you punch your dad in the face?
Honestly, 0.
Yeah. I don't ever touch my dad's face.
Yeah, I don't think I want dad's face. But Geth, you kind of snapped on me. I thought we were doing jokes.
Yeah, I know, but you telling me I'm not a good father, I might not be his father. It's like, where's the line, dude?
I know. Well, there's people watching. We need to make them laugh.
Okay. So remember, call up tonight.
I wouldn't say this one-on-one.
It's only in public. You'd only judge my parenting abilities in public.
If it's a comedy show, yes.
Okay. We got to get to our first call. Remember,
I can't argue with that.
You call up if you got something in your life and you're like me, you feel a lot of anxiety. I think it's already been proven true. These two guys are the ones who can cut to the quick, slice right through that, get you closer where you need to go. They've already explained to me it's weird that my son punches me in the face. Let's go to
I think I owe you an apology for saying that your kid's not your kid.
No, it's a weird thing to say, and then I see people in the chat jumping on it saying, "Greg, my brother Greg is my son."
Oh no!
So you're responsible for that. That being said, but
that's not on you. You did not make that connection. That's not on Carm.
That's
on Carm.
That's not on Carm.
Carm goes, you're
Carm
not the father of your child.
Carm introducing the idea that it may be another father opens up the world to every other man in the world.
Yeah.
And then someone picks my brother.
Greg? That's
People
not
saying my brother lays eggs. It's just getting weird.
I would never say that it was your brother. That's so. I would never go that. You would know I would never say that.
Let's go to some calls.
I'm being attacked.
These people need help. Ronnie Rios, welcome to the show. Ronnie Rios, what do you have going on in your life? How can Gary and Carmen help explain to you a way to handle it in a more chill fashion?
What do you have going on in your life? How can Gary and Carmen?
Ronnie, you're on the show.
Yeah, Ronnie, we can hurry.
I can't hear. Can you guys?
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Hello?
There we go.
You guys can hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Am I talking to the people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Hey guys. So I guess my question is, I'm trying to think about something I feel like I could use some more chill about. So like I'm kind of a big guy. I'm like 6 feet tall. I'm 250 pounds, and I feel like I have like a really. It sounds like I'm talking myself up, but it really is something I'm self-conscious about. Like I have this like aggressive male appearance, and I feel like I'm always taking up too much space, and I'm always like intimidating people when I'm not trying to be intimidating. And I generally just want to be someone that's like very approachable. I think I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older, but I still feel anxious and nervous about it all the time. Some things you guys think I could do to really give off the vibe that I'm a very approachable person?
Do you guys mind if I take this one right away?
Hop in, Carm.
Yeah, this is so. First of all, I think what you got to do is you need to get to the core, to the root of this problem. Okay, so because you describe yourself as a bigger guy. I think maybe you had a mom or a father or whoever raised you that made you feel that way. And I think once you can get to the core of that and recognize why you feel like you're in people's space, maybe it was in school, it starts at the family or it starts in the environment. And then once you can address that, you can start moving past it. But you need to understand that you're beautiful, baby. And you don't have to change. You gotta love yourself.
You gotta love yourself, dog. Plain and simple. That's what it comes down to. Because if you love yourself, I mean, like, okay. I believe it's RuPaul who says, if you can't love yourself, you can't expect nobody. I don't know what the phrase is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, dog, there's some poet who says, you teach others to love you by the way you love yourself, right?
Totally.
And I believe that. So if you want folks to dig you, you got to dig yourself, plain and simple. Because guess what? You said I'm a big guy and hit me with the 6 foot. You not that big, Playboy. Hate to say it, you ain't that big. Okay, 250. You're not that big. Guess who the most charismatic man in the world is?
Who?
Rock. He's sitting at about 6'6", 285.
I was going to say Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, that's also very charismatic. And
Well, hold on. It's not a matter of
no.
I like myself. No, I love myself. I think I'm fucking awesome. Just
there you go.
I feel like I give off this masculine, like I give off this like aggressive energy that like makes me seem very like I don't know, like untrustworthy. I don't know. I just feel like I come off way more aggro than I actually am. Yeah.
What is the energy? Let's get into the energy.
Yeah. What do you think that you're giving off?
Yeah.
I feel like like I'm just addressing specifically like work issues I've had before where like people get like, because I've been told that like I'll approach it like a conflict and I'll be like, I'll try to be very calm and objective and just be like, okay, you know, like this is how I feel about it. This is what happened. This is what I did wrong. This is what I think could fix it. And I always get feedback that seems to seem like I was attacking the person, or I was attacking, like I was making it more of this like aggressive assault on them. And it's like
you're nodding as if you know your advice. Gary, you look like
so I just like I'm like, oh God, I don't know how to present myself in a way that's like people don't get that first impression that I'm just out to be like more assaultive than I really am.
And does this happen with different people all the time, or is this just at work?
It happens at work. It happens in my day-to-day life. It happens in all aspects of my life.
Okay. But how are you speaking? Like, what's your tone?
I mean, I do recognize that maybe if I'm being the one being criticized, I can have a defensive tone. And I've worked on that as to like not be that way, to be more objective. I don't know, like I noticed that like someone told me once, like, oh, people don't like when you confront them because you make direct eye contact and that makes people uncomfortable. And like, I'm just like, I don't know, I can be blunt sometimes. And I think that, I don't know, I just always feel like I have like this way more aggressive energy than I'm trying to put out there. Like people think I'm really coming for their throat when I'm just trying to fix a problem.
When you say you can be blunt, do you think that it can be mean?
So we lost him.
We hung up.
Why did we hang up?
Because I was like, let's get ready for the next call. I told Bryson, let's get everybody queued up.
What? I'm trying to change lives here, dog.
Wait, you're joking, right?
No, I'm trying.
Are you for real?
Yeah, it's like we got to get the pace and the rhythm of the show. So I'm trying to be like, all right, let's get to the next one. I'm like sending Bryson back channel things, like queue up this next person. We're going to go to them next. I didn't realize you guys.
Okay, it sounds like you're being okay. I feel like maybe you're trying to get us on the rhythm of other shows, but this show is different, dog. This show is different. Why are you not letting us be great, Get? We out here trying to change. Like, we out here trying to actually do shit.
I was for real trying to fix that guy.
I'm out here trying to for real get his shit straight. He out at work popping off being wild.
Yeah.
He's obviously being wild, dog.
Let me tell you something. If you
let us talk to him, you're doing him a disservice.
Also, here's what I want to say to that dude. Like, yo, you were like, yo, how do I do this one thing? And then we're like, you got to love yourself. And he's like, I already do. You got defensive with us too. So I see you getting defensive with us, and I see you're getting defensive with people at work and your friends. So I don't know, dude. Do you have a therapist? Because you got to get one.
Thank you.
We all have them.
And also, my guy came off top being like, I'm a big guy. People think that I'm too big. I'm too masculine. Wrong. You are 6'6". You are 6 foot 250.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's about the size of every cat that get dropped in a World Star video. You're not that big. You're not that big, dog, where you can't be touched. Folks are not that scared. Okay. Obviously, there's something going on. I want to get to the bottom of it. Okay. Let's get to the bottom of it because obviously there's an issue because it's come up several times at work. Several times at work has been an issue.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I'm 6'1", 240. So like nobody's running around like Carmen's big. You know?
Exactly. I'm 6'3", 225, but I'm all American tight end, the Ohio State University.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't fuck around, dog.
You're bringing up colleges. You don't know this. Our next caller, for some reason, his name on the Discord is Jim Boeheim, who I believe is the coach, the men's basketball coach at Syracuse. I don't know if this is the Jim Boeheim.
Whoa.
Or
it's not, but lives in the same city.
Oh, you live in the same city as Jim Boeheim, so he just uses
in Syracuse. How's it going?
Yeah, I don't like the orange. I don't like the orange.
Yeah, I know. I don't like Seton Hall either. So it's okay.
Oh,
wow, you're gonna come at
we don't play anymore.
Show? I'm taking it on the chin from every direction on this show.
That's because you're out here acting
reckless. A minor league baseball ticket,
right?
Have it somewhere.
Did you just refer to the Seton Hall Pirates as the equivalent of a minor league baseball team?
Oh, I said you once signed a minor league baseball ticket for me.
Oh, Jim Boeheim did.
It's my prized possession.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, my question is real quick and easy.
You need to get some movie tickets or something.
I know. That's all I had on me. I snuck over to see him after a game. So my question is at least quick on my end. So my neighborhood has a rash of fireworks going off every night from about 7 to, we'll say, 1 a.m. most nights. Obviously, I do not want to call the police about this. Cops have no need to be involved in this. And I don't know what the hell to do. Because it's miserable. We have a rescue dog who hates it and hides under the bed for 6 hours a week.
Oh, sure.
6 hours a night. It's miserable, and I don't know what to do. So I just wanted to get some advice from some people.
Yeah, how do you go talk to these hooligans lighting off these firecrackers? Also,
first of all, call them hooligans out of line. First of all, call them hooligans out of line. These are just people trying to have fun.
Unruly teens.
The person of fun is different than your fun. Does not make them hooligans. All right.
I heard every word I've said tonight.
Well, because you need to think about what you're saying because words matter. Words matter, dog.
I popped off some fireworks. Am I a hooligan?
If Gary, can you vouch for me? If anyone has some hooligan tendencies, Carmen Christopher does have some hooligan tendencies.
But we're saying, is he a hooligan because of his fireworks?
I don't know. I'm just.
No, I'm a hooligan.
It's true though. I'm going to say something true right now. I need you guys to handle this call, and Carmen, you can vouch that I put this in the private chat. Apparently, my son is flipping out. I got to go help put him to bed, so I don't know when I'll be back.
We got it.
You go do your thing. We got it, dog. We got you.
Don't talk shit about me.
Yeah, we won't, dog. We got. There's people here who need help.
All right, Bryson. We're gonna get through a bunch of calls now.
All right, here we go.
You want to go to the next caller?
No. I want to get this.
What did he say? Oh,
Bryson. If you're in the neighborhood and there's fireworks going off and you have a rescue dog, I think plain and simple, I think if you go outside and you're just like, hey, like bring it to them straight up, like, yo, I totally get that you guys are having a good time. I respect that. But I have a dog here that is very sensitive to the issue. I would appreciate it if you could be more sensitive to my dog. I don't want to stop you guys' fun. I'd appreciate you guys didn't hurt my dog's shit. I think if you're like, oh, go for it, Carm.
Oh, I have nothing. I was gonna say I have nothing to add to that next call.
Yeah, I think that's it. Bring it to them straight up. if they have an issue, then hit us back. Yeah. But I can't imagine somebody being like, man, fuck that dog. We're gonna go ahead and pop these fireworks off anyway.
Yeah, I think that they'll be conscious of it. Look them in the eye, talk to them like a man, and talk to them like a human. Excuse me, and yeah, I think people are reasonable if you talk to them like reasonable people.
Exactly. Everybody just trying to have fun. Everybody's version of fun is a little bit different, but everybody just trying to have fun, dog.
And I will say, I understand popping off fireworks is fun, and they're going crazy in my neighborhood.
They popping off,
and I don't wink an eye because I was a kid once.
Absolutely.
All right, next call, baby.
Next caller.
All right, we've got Thrill House on the line.
Thrill House was popping.
Hey, I I could definitely use your advice. Actually, I'm kind of glad it's just the two of you. I don't feel like Geth can help me with this in particular at all.
Okay.
But I'm 30 years old. I live alone and I work alone. And you know, as an adult, it's a little bit harder to make friends.
Right.
And I'm also an anxious person. I have admittedly got no chill. And I just want to know, how do I get better at meeting new people and making good friends without seeming too socially desperate?
Where do you live? Like, you don't have to give me specifics, but like what city or give us something. Like, I need a little bit more specifics about your situation.
I live in Montreal in Canada.
Montreal's a great town. Okay. Can I ask you what you do where you work totally by yourself? Like, is this, I feel like if you're in an industry, if you're reporting to somebody or somebody's reporting to you, I feel like there's somebody that you're talking to, right?
I work as a private nanny, so I work with just a family.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Do you, here's the few things that I've learned, at least in like moving towns. Do you drink coffee?
I love coffee.
Okay. Do you go to coffee shops in the morning? Or do you
I mean, when the world is normal, usually I go to coffee shops fairly frequently. It's sometimes just an excuse to talk to an adult during my day.
Sure. I get that right now the world's different, but I think when the world's back to normal, I think you might want to turn coffee shops into coffee shop. Go to the same place for a little bit. Start meeting the people that work there. Start meeting the other regulars. I think that's a big thing that helps. It's just like doing things that aren't out of your comfort zone in a way that puts you around other folks who are in their comfort zones.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Totally. Also, this sounds like corny and lame or whatever, but I've met like good, legitimate friends through social media. And I know that like it's like a real way to communicate. Like people are on it more than they're talking to people in person. And that's just like the reality of social media. So I don't think you have to look at social media as like something that's like so fleeting. Like I have gotten like, I've met friends, like buddies, like if I see somebody's work that I like, I might message him and be like, that was so funny. And then they add me back. They're like, oh, I like that thing that you did was funny. It's like, well, let's get a beer. And then, so like, you can like make friends. It doesn't like, it's not just like, it's just a real way to communicate, especially in like quarantine. And it doesn't like, a lot of people, I think you can like meet people that way.
And also like with the quarantine being what it is, there are a lot of like online social groups. Like I'm in a book club, I'm in like a movie club, like these things exist. And I am certain that if you Google what you're into, there is some online equivalent of it and that you can find somebody there to talk to, even if it's not a face-to-face sort of thing. I feel like I think that you've got to get over the idea, like you've got to get past the fear of being rejected as a friend. Because anybody that would reject you as a friend, you don't want as a friend anyway. So you just got to get into the habit of putting yourself out there and saying what you want. I think that saying what you want is the only way you're going to get what you want. Nobody's going to just come give it to you.
Yeah, you got to like, sometimes you're going to meet people that like suck and you're going to be like, oh, this sucks. But you can't just quit. You got to keep meeting people. Also, I saw somebody put in dating apps. I think Bumble has like a friendship app. And I think
I've tried Bumble BFF. The problem that I've had is that people are flaky as hell.
That's real.
You try to make plans, they never follow through.
I get that. And the thing is, that would happen on Bumble, off Bumble, no matter where that's going to happen. People are flaky. People, I think...
people have options.
Yeah, people have options.
You guys didn't even recognize that I came back.
Yeah, I recognize it, dog, but we're handling business, dog. You are not the most important person here. We got Real Housewives.
Can I also just say, Gary, that thing you said earlier, I feel like you just kind of like punched me in the heart a little bit, you know?
What did I say?
The fear of being like rejected as a friend. You really got me.
It's absolutely scary. It's terrifying. The idea of somebody seeing you as a person and being like, I don't really fuck with what you got going on. But the thing is, that's the fucking truth. At the end of the day, everybody doesn't fuck with you. Okay, but there are people that fuck with you heavy.
Guess what? And out of us three, between us three, we've been rejected an infinite amount of times.
You wouldn't believe it.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's
You
true.
gotta trust us, dog. You got shit going on. You got stories to tell. You got shit to say.
Yeah.
There's people that want to hear it.
All right, next call.
Next caller.
We got to go to Sam on this one, right? Sam, Gary, just so you know, Sam is a absolute all-star caller of this show. He's in Australia. He always sounds slightly sad, and I always like to check in with him. Sam, how you feeling this week?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Oh yeah, you sound sad, bro.
Sam, are you sleepy or?
Nah, he's sad, Gary.
No, it's the middle of the day.
What's wrong, bro?
Dog?
I don't really have specific examples, but I don't know. Life is a terrible thing.
All right,
So what can we help you out with, Sam?
I don't know. I feel like all this social distancing recently has been a good excuse to not be doing anything, rather than tossing up on whether I'll be too tired to actually do anything or too anxious.
Okay.
So it's been a good excuse. I'm not sure how well I'll cope once social life begins again.
I mean, you two are probably two of the most effortlessly social comedians I know.
Yeah, dog. It's a big effort, dog. It's not effortless.
Yeah,
Gary, everything I say, you get mad at me tonight.
I'm not mad. I'm just setting the record straight. I'm saying I tried.
You have set the record straight on literally every sentence I have contributed.
Then maybe start getting the record straight, and I wouldn't have to set it straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Sam, you're just feeling some ennui. You're feeling like just bummed overall, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, but it feels like it's been a lot tougher recently. And
how long? How long has it been going
on? Like depression in general?
Yeah.
At least a couple of decades.
Okay. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
36.
36. Okay, a couple decades. So we're talking at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so since your teens, we'll say you've been depressed. That's really tough, man. I'm sorry. That's really tough. That's a lot. I can't imagine it's hard. I can't say it's going to be like a lot easier, but I think that it is worth trying to make it easier. You know, I think that it's worth trying to be better. I don't think that as bad as it is now, I don't think that it's always got to be like this. You know, I'm not.
I do a lot of trying though.
Because if I can jump in, because Sam and I clearly have a lot in common.
Okay,
it's something we know, and I also feel, you know, Sam specifically said the quarantine, and I get it, Sam. If you and I are on the same page, it's like I feel like with the quarantine, it's almost like your social skills have gone dormant, and then every time you have an opportunity to connect with someone, feels like it has all this weight on it. That's what I'm feeling. Sam, I don't know if that's the same type of thing you're indicating, but that's where I'm at with this quarantine. Every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, don't fuck it up, because I don't know when I'll have like face-to-face communication again.
Yeah, that kind of rings true.
Well, Sam, let me ask you, what do you want?
I'm not really sure. I just want to not be tired all the time.
Mm-hmm. So you called in, you want us to help, so I want you to take our help. So I got an idea, is we're each going to give you one thing to do each. Okay, this is my thing that you have to do every single day. Are you down to accept this challenge?
I mean, I'll try.
Hey, you're calling us. You got to. I'm trying to help. You're calling us. So
tough love. Right here.
You got to do it.
I mean, it tries pretty good, so it's close to a commitment.
All right. Well, I think you can do this. I don't think this is very hard. I think you're going to be on board. This is very simple. Every single day, you're going to go for a 20-minute walk.
20-minute walk. Wow.
Every single day. You're going to write it down. This is how you're going to stay on track by doing it. You're going to write on a note card. You're going to put it on your wall in your bedroom. You're going to say a 20-minute walk per day. And you're going to check it off each day. And if you miss one, you don't beat yourself up. Okay? So 20-minute walk a day. You got to write that note card. Can you put that note card on your wall at the very least?
Wow. So Carmen wants a 20-minute walk every day. Gary, what do you want Sam to do every day?
Every day, Sam, when you get home from that walk, I want you to text somebody that you maybe haven't spoken to in the last 3 days.
Okay.
Just say, hey, what's up? How you doing? That as it check on somebody else. See how somebody else is doing. That's it.
How do you feel about that second one, Sam?
Yeah, I could try.
Okay. That one freaks. Yeah. See, if I was giving advice, I'd be like, around 10 in the morning, think about someone who you feel like you wronged 7 to 8 years ago, and then just sit and obsessively wonder if you should call them and apologize, or if they've forgiven you, or if they even remember it, and then eventually realize it's just time to go to bed. But I think you and I probably do stuff like that all the time already.
Yeah, I think I'm already doing that one.
Yeah. So listen to Gary. That's why I brought in Gary and Carmen on this. Go for walks, text your friends. That's much better.
You do that note card.
Do it, dog. That's straight up 21 minutes of shit to do out of 24 hours. That's less than 10% of your day.
Purple Hat is saying he wronged Matt Barats in 2017. Not even going to ask what that means. Not even going to ask what that could possibly mean.
Damn, did you just laugh? That's dope.
That's tight.
I laugh sometimes.
Sam, you're a good dude. I know you're a good dude. I've gotten to know you call by call over the past year or so, and you're a quality human being.
You seem like a good guy.
I don't really know you, Sam, but I hope you do all right.
I hope so too.
All right.
Yeah, can you just write that on the note card and put it up? Are you going to do the note card?
I'm probably not.
Why not?
So,
Why?
like at the moment, physically, I don't feel up to the walk.
Okay, is paper by you? Can you write it down at least?
I can write it down, but the walk most likely won't happen.
Cool. Well, let's write it down. Write it down while you're on the phone.
We're not getting off the phone with you until you write it down.
Wow.
Tell us when you wrote it.
Sam, dog, you're in Australia and you called across the world, but you can't stand up to put a paper on the wall?
Wow.
So take a walk.
You called into a help joint, dog. Like, what
He's doing it. He said he's doing it.
Okay, cool.
You got to let us know when it's done, Sam.
I've written a note.
Yeah.
Bet.
Are you lying? Sam, this is me, Gethard. I'll be the one who's still here next week, and I always got your back. Are you lying?
I've actually written a note.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You already did something to better yourself. You should be happy.
Sam, I think you're the best. Thank you for always calling. The weekly check-ins are a joy, and I feel lucky to be a part of this community with you.
Yeah. It's a good community. Thanks for having me.
Everybody giving you claps and saying yeah in the chats, dog.
It's a true honor to have you on the third best show on my own Twitch channel. Third best show. All right, Sam, thanks so much. I also forgot to list, Gary, your most important credit of all when I introduced you. And I mean this.
Important credit.
The most underrated thing I have ever been a part of comedically, and I'll say this to anyone willing to listen, is the In Your Dreams podcast.
That was fun. That fucked my taxes real bad.
How so? How so?
Because we got paid at like in December after I think we did it in December or something. I got like a little bit of money in December. Then I got maybe I got a bunch of money at the end of December. But something happened where at the end I was like, what the fuck? I owe how much? because they didn't tax me.
1099.
Yeah, they didn't tax me. I'm out here with the 1099. I'm out here used to just W9s. I'm out here. It's like I got paid $40 for that, but I did get the free mattress.
No. First of all, we did. It is true that one of the gimmicks of that was that we legit got you. And dude, they gave me a free mattress when they advertised in Beautiful Anonymous. They gave you the white glove service. I didn't get that shit. Yeah,
they gave me the white glove service. The dude came over, he cut the box open, he took my old mattress, and he was like, "You good, Mr. Richardson?" I was like, "Yes, sir."
It's a good mattress too, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Here's my favorite thing. First of all, I think the show itself, very funny. It was funny premise, and you were funny on it, and then funny guests. But my favorite was that's when I learned that no one who listens to Beautiful Anonymous is like a comedy fan necessarily, that they do their own thing. Because I would say that a significant portion of the audience did not understand that it was a comedic premise, and they just thought you were a guy legitimately deceiving me. And seeing the feedback on that was great.
Folks hated me for a little while.
What's that?
A few folks hated me for a little while.
People legitimately
up on Twitter, and I was like, "What the fuck is this about?"
Because you're very charming, and you're like a very, very charming person on stage. On stage, charming. You're not necessarily used to people being like, "Fuck this guy" on Twitter. You're not out there for that.
Yeah. That's not my steez. That's not what I'm going for.
I loved it. I wish more people listen to that goddamn thing. But here, it ties in though. Here's one of the things that when I was like, man, Gary's just fucking cool in a way that I like, cool in a brave way that I've never been. Because if you remember that, you got that money, and then I remember one of the next times I texted you, I forget what it was. You want to go get lunch or something like that? You're like, oh, I'm packing. I'm going to Paris tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was like, we just got that money.
That's some Gary. That's
Paris. Let's go Paris.
What do you make money for?
You explained this to me. This was a life-changing conversation for me. I remember talking to you about this. And I remember you said, if I remember the sentence, it was something along the lines of, you said to me, I don't make money to not spend it. And I remember that really got through to me because I've always been so nervous with money where I'm like, I'm an artist. I don't know if it's going to fall through tomorrow. I better just really sit on it and be smart. And then I realized, no,
broke, baby, I know how to do that.
I think part of why I bought the house that I'm in right now, there's a little bit of Gary Richardson in this house.
That's tight.
It's a little bit of me going, spend some time enjoying life. Get a nice place for your son.
I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle of that. Or maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Gary, you know my spending habits. What do you think? Do you think I'm in the middle or all the way to the right or left?
I think you're in the middle. I think that you are creeping up more toward my end.
I fucking hope so. I'm done with it. I fucking hope so. I'm done with this shit. I'm done of like being like, oh, I gotta maybe save up for the next pandemic. But guess what? I hate this country, but they bailed us. They bailed me. I'm getting unemployment right now, and it's nice.
They did not bail you out, dog. No, don't. They did not bail you out.
Actually, also, let me take that back too, because I would be making way more money. Let's not get into this.
Wow. All right. Remember too, everybody tonight, that there's the donate button on your screen. All the money you donate tonight, it goes to Fair Fight, which is an organization Stacey Abrams runs to make sure that these elections are not rigged. She's based in Georgia. We just saw how that went down there with the primary. So it's money that will be well spent to try to make sure there's no shenanigans come November.
We're out here for a good cause, so make sure you donate.
Yeah, because they're out here being wild with the Atlanta voting shit.
Yeah, it's
Georgia's wild.
Too much. And they're going to try to go nationwide with that. Stacey Abrams trying to stop it. So it's good. And the George Lucas talk show, Connor Ratliff's goddamn show. This is no joke. They've done the show 4 or 5 weeks. They've raised like $35,000 for different causes.
Whoa.
$35,000. They've raised $4,500 on Sunday. I don't know how these assholes are doing this. They're making me look terrible.
That's really.
Why are you not? What's happening? What's going on?
No, I'm very happy for them, but it does make me wildly insecure. They're crushing. They're crushing. They're the flagship show of this whole Twitch that I started.
I hope Connor Ratliff's not using that on some Star Wars figurines, and he's going out and donating that money. loading his room up with some toys.
Yeah, out here showing up with some one of a kind Looney Tune shit.
They're just bullying Connor now.
I just
You're not bullying. He's grown. We're not trying to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What do you think, Connor?
We're
Just
doing
donate that money.
He raised $4,500 on Sunday, I believe, for an organization dedicated to Black filmmakers and TV writers. You guys are making fun of him for Looney Tunes gear.
Nobody's making.
What? Is he fucking untouchable? Can he not be made fun of? Is that illegal now because he donated some money? No, I can be thankful, but also make fun of him.
Okay.
Is that illegal? What? I'm not. Okay. This motherfucker's got to die.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Bad.
I'll just keep my mouth shut. Let's go to the phones. Everybody, I'm going to say one word about this caller.
And toys.
What's okay? I hear you. I'm going to say one word about this next caller, and I want everyone in the chat to type his name. I'm not even going to say his name because this caller is iconic. Where is it? Everybody in the chat. Where is it? Yup, right there. Everybody knows the icon caller, Sinjin. The icon.
A little bit. That's quite the entrance.
What's up, Sinjin? How are you? I let the people bring you in.
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Good. What's up, Sinjin?
What's up, Sinjin?
All right. So,
wait, Sinjin.
You mentioned in the
before you get into it, I do want to. It was last week. I believe the quote was, "You said you don't have a great dick game." Was that the quote?
Something like that. I think something like that.
Yeah, Sinjin was explaining last week that he has a so-so dick game, which I bet these guys could help with that. But anyway, what did you want to talk about tonight?
You mentioned the intro that could do past situations, and I want to know how you guys would have handled this. So I am an Asian American man, and I used to work in an ICU as the nursing assistant, and I went in to introduce myself for one of the patients I would be taking care of in the night or that night. We did 12-hour shifts, so we would do a round at the beginning, just talk to all our new faces. And I introduced myself to him, and this was a person I had looked at his chart before. He was totally lucid. He was just kind of an older white dude there for some kind of non-fatal, non-neurological injury. And he looked at me, and he didn't say, "Hi, nice to meet." I come in and say, "Hi, my name is Sinjin. I'm your nursing assistant. I'll be taking care of you tonight. I'm just going around saying hi to everyone, and then I'll come back and take your vitals and get you anything you need." And he doesn't say, "Nice to meet you." He doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't introduce himself. He says, "Ni hao." And I just freeze, and I stare at him, and then he says it again, "Ni hao," and just. I felt like I aged 4 years, and I asked him, "Are you asking me if I'm Chinese?" And he said yes, and I said no, and then I walked out the room.
I think what you should have done is you should have coughed in his face and go, "And next time I'm gonna have COVID," and do that.
This was a few years ago, but I do have allergies, and so I am walking around here coughing into my mask, and I get some fucking looks, dude. Holy shit.
So Gary, Carmen would have threatened him with an incurable disease.
Oh, I didn't say anything about like race or anything behind it. I just meant it as in like, I think you should have never mind. I'm just trying to be.
No. I got you. But just also as a side note, don't be an Asian guy with a cough during pandemics in the U.S. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you got it pretty bad right now with the cough. That's kind of a bummer, dog. Sorry you got to deal with that. But can I ask you this? Like when he was saying ni hao, did it sound like he was like saying it disparagingly, or was he like, was he like in the like overcorrecting, like misguided white dude sort of shit where it's like, I'm trying to be super respectful?
I don't think it was either. I think it was disparagingly, but it was accidentally. So
okay, it was just some shit.
Right, yeah.
It's wild because you're at work, right? And you got to pay rent. You can't get fired from work. But I think what you did was the right move. It's like, it seems like you don't really need any advice. I will just say that I get you with being like, I'm gonna just get the fuck up out of here because I can't fuck with this right now. Because right now, as we see, white people wilding out. I feel like right now they're seeing shit's getting crazy, and they're kind of doing whatever they can to get a rise out of people. Not that that's new. It's not right now, but right now it's definitely more on blast than it has been. And I don't know, dog. I mean, that's kind of just like a fucked up situation to be in. I've been there, not in that exact situation, but in similar situations. And it sucks to be in a spot where you got to take the high ground. It's lame because sometimes you be wanting to pop off and you be like, I'd love to fucking like piece this old ass man up, but you just can't piece him up, you know? You want to hit him with the pop pop, but you can't hit him with the pop pop. It's a bummer.
You want to hit him with the pop pop, but you just can't.
You just can't, dog. I get it though. I get wanting to hit him with the pop pop.
Because like if somebody did that to you, your first instinct is to try to hit him with the pop pop. But
hey, this is what I'm about to do. Check this out, okay? Sometimes you got to do one of these, okay? Hit me like Carm. Just say ni hao real quick.
No, dude.
Hey. Let's just say, hey, Sinjin, say ni hao real quick.
Ni hao.
Yeah, you be wanting to pop off like that, but you just can't do it, dog. You just can't do it.
Sinjin, say ni.
All right.
Say it again.
Yes, this is a bit. Okay. Ni hao.
Wait, what? What? Say it again. What?
Don't say it. Don't say it because he gonna pop off.
Say it. I dare you to say it. What? What'd you say?
I said ni hao, Carmen.
Hey, Sinjin, grab a pillow real quick.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not on video, but I've got a pillow.
That's fine. I'll be able to feel that energy. Are you holding up?
I'm holding up a pillow.
Okay. What if that pillow said ni hao?
I gotta get into the space. I need you to say it to me like the pillow is saying it to me. All right. I'm holding it in front of the camera, making sure I'm envisioning it's coming from the pillow.
Okay.
All right, hit me with it.
Ni hao.
All right. There's really good noise suppression on Discord, so you probably didn't hear anything.
Now listening to the man hit a pillow, yeah.
I think somebody's saying Geth has got to try it.
Well, I actually.
Oh yeah, Geth, get a pillow.
Well, hold on though, because I actually feel like my contribution to this. I feel like I'm gonna open a bad door on this. Mine is not. I don't think this is racist, but I feel like I do a thing to people. Hallie pointed out, Gary, your face. You're like, where is he going with this?
Because you popped off with the I don't think this is racist, and I'm like,
no,
hold up.
It's just weird.
I've heard of that before.
No. Hallie has pointed out that anytime we leave the country together, we've gone to Ireland, Chile, Sri Lanka, Dominican Republic, like different places. She says every time we leave the country, she points out I constantly refer to people as I'm always saying thank you, my friend. I always say my friend constantly, which I don't think is racist. It's me trying to like connect with people. But she's like, what's that?
Are you like going? So are you like doing a thing in a movie where they show you the end, so you can like work your way to the end, or does this is this supposed to connect immediately?
It's really quick. Like
okay.
Like if I got in a car, like if I had an Uber in the States, I wouldn't like get in and when somebody's like, oh, hi, yeah, I wouldn't be like, thank you so much for the ride, my friend. I wouldn't say that. But in Sri Lanka, when we would get a ride from somebody, one of the first things I do, I say, thank you so much for the ride today, my friend. I don't know why I always say my friend. It feels like a weird thing to do, to call people my friend when I'm out of the country.
Are you throwing an accent on it?
No, I just say thank you so much, my friend. But I constantly am saying the phrase my friend when I'm out of the country. I don't know what that's about.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that bad, although you do need to get the pillow still.
Yeah. Why are you trying to get out of like...
You gotta get the pillow, dog.
Yeah, get the pillow, dog.
Get the pillow. Get the pillow. Hurry up. We got one last caller after this.
Oh shit! Nope. You got no. Wait. Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Yes, you got no pillowcase.
No, we're just moving. We're just setting up this room. Nobody slept up here yet.
Yeah, but you got sheets on the bed.
We got a blanket on the bed. I don't think there's actually sheets on it yet. When somebody's going to stay there, I will absolutely not let someone stay here without sheets or a pillowcase.
Okay.
You're judging me hard right now, dude.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying okay.
If you thought Gary was just judging me, slash 8J in the chat. If you felt like Gary was judging me, 8J.
Yeah, if you felt that I've been judgmental at all tonight, do that.
I'm gonna be in that room a lot.
Everybody's saying that I'm judging you. I'm not judging you. That's fucking crazy.
Gary, you're aware you've been coming at me hard tonight, right?
I've been bringing the same energy to everybody else.
Absolutely not true.
Is that not true, Carm?
Yep, he's bringing the same energy to everybody, and also I don't know, Geth, you got kind of mad at me when somebody
said my child was not my child.
I'd never said it was Greg's. Somebody in the chat room said it was Greg's, and then you blamed me.
Look, plain and simple. You owe Sinjin a solid right now, okay?
Okay.
And after that,
you want to hit you with it, and you got to body this pillow.
You don't.
Imagine that pillow is Carmen Christopher saying "ni hao" to you right now.
No, Carmen's my friend. That would be hard. I'd be like, Carmen, what are you? Why?
Imagine that pillow is some like
strange
6-year-old chump that probably got his ass whooped and is at your gig.
Yeah. Okay, somebody say who's saying it?
At your gig.
Who's saying it?
Sinjin, hit him with it.
All right. You ready? All right. Ni hao, Chris.
Excuse me? Could you repeat that?
That was my bit, but go ahead.
I said ni hao, Chris.
Go to sleep.
Thanks for calling in.
Hey, I can dig that.
Thanks for calling in.
Dig that.
All right, yeah, I like that. He locked that in good.
All right, we got time for one more call, and then I gotta go for a long walk.
You getting out of here, Carm?
After this, I'm going for a long walk. Gary, do you want to come with?
Where are you walking to? How long of a walk are you talking?
I'm gonna go to Fort Greene Park and back.
Nah, I'm probably in. I got to go for a run in the morning. I got therapy tomorrow.
What time?
At 10. So I'm gonna try to hit a run at like 8.
All right. Well, I just gotta get in this walk because my stomach hurts from eating all these brownies and this banana bread cake.
I do want to point out this show started with me talking about how you're two friends who have made me feel comfortable.
Uh-huh.
And then largely what it's been is an hour plus of you yelling at me for everything I say and then making plans with each other in front of me.
Dude, you would clearly
make plans. No plans happened.
You were setting up a walk.
The walk isn't
happening. To invite you to the walk? You live 3 hours away.
Yeah, it seems like you have some wildly unattainable goals, right? You want to be asked to do everything when you cannot join these activities.
Why would I invite you to a walk?
What is that about?
Do the walk, Chris.
Because guess what? You got a kid at home right now that's acting up, and you need to be there for him.
Yeah.
You got to be there for him. He needs you right now.
Judging your parenting bits.
Gary,
not flying.
Gary.
Yeah.
One day on the road, I was like talking about starting a weekly comedy show because I wanted to like get more reps in, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it would be good because Martin Urbano, Christy Cello, and we all run with kind of different groups, but we're kind of like we all want the extra reps.
Right.
I was like, it would be cool to start a show with them because it's like 3 people that aren't necessarily like the closest friends but want the same thing. And I was like, maybe it would be smart to have another host. And weeks before this, I asked Gethard if he'd be interested, and he said he can't because he's got a kid. And I was sitting there thinking, and he flipped out. He literally yelled at me.
I did not flip out.
Him an option, and he's brought it up to multiple people about how I tried to like shut him out of a show.
I'm doing a bit every time I bring it up.
And then I asked him, I was like, "Do you want to do it?" He's like, I can't. And I was like, you got mad. The same way that he just got mad at us about a walk. You tried to do more than
I just thought it was
about
weird.
a walk that we aren't even doing. About a walk that we're not even doing.
In good news, my battery is sufficiently charged. And
Damn, at least 80%. And you hate to see that, don't you?
Oh shit!
You hate to see that he'll be able to get home if he leaves.
I tried to set this up.
Carmen's phone, and there's a picture of me on my case.
I tried to set this whole thing up to make our callers feel more socially comfortable. And I feel like all that's happened is I feel more filled with shame and self-doubt than I have in months.
Why do you feel shame?
Gary, you've yelled at me everything. Watch the tape back on this one.
Yeah,
everything.
But even if I yelled at you, and even if you are wrong, why do you feel shame? Why can't you just take that as criticism and be like, oh, let me go ahead and inspect this and grow from this? Why can't you just...
You managed to school me about me saying that I got schooled too many times. You schooled me on that.
I'm not trying to school you at all, dog. I'm just talking. I'm just talking shit here.
All right, should we take one more call?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the comments.
What are they saying? What's happening? The only time last time I looked, I was getting a bunch of 8Js.
Everybody's making fun of me
saying that I was going too hard.
Everybody's making fun of me now, saying, "Hey, I'm in Texas. Can I go on the walk? I'm in Minnesota. Why can't I walk?" People are just mocking me now. People are saying, "Meet me outside of Atlanta." Gary, you're the king. People are on your side. People I think are on your side firmly, Gary.
That's dope.
I need to be performing more.
Yeah, me too. Do you guys think I should go for a run?
Wow.
Tonight
versus run.
Yeah.
Do you got some like reflective gear?
No.
Then maybe not, dog. Maybe not tonight.
Do the run tomorrow.
Well,
yeah.
Go to a park if you're gonna. I guess if you go to a park, then there won't be cars.
True.
I can avoid cars. I'm pretty good.
It's just out there on the streets of Brooklyn, dodging cars. I want to say, I just want everyone in the chat to officially declare whose side they're on, mine or Gary and Carmen's. I just want to know what the breakdown is. You have to pick one. You can't say I like both sides. Gary, Carmen, not yours. Gary and Carmen. Gary and Carmen. Gary and Carmen. Gary and Carmen. Gary, literally not. Gary, not Carmen, though. Gary,
it seems like you love to ask questions that you don't really want the answers to, or that you know the answers are going to upset you. You know we've been on a fucking roll tonight. Why are you trying to stop this?
Yeah, we really helped a few people's lives.
Because I'm a good straight man, Gary. I'm the best straight man in the goddamn game. That's why. You know that.
I can dig it, dog.
You know that. I know my
I ain't
role.
mad at you.
When I see you Chicago guys, when I see you Kill All comedy guys say we haven't been performing in a while, and there's people calling in and reacting in a chat room, I'm going to hit the gas because I know to get the fuck out of the way. I'm not trying to keep up with a Kill All comedy person. People don't know this. If people knew their history about the crew you guys rolled with in Chicago, I just sit here and I act like the straight man. You think I'm trying to get in the way when Gary and Carmen decide it's go time? Let's get some laughs. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Someone also just said, stop bullying Geth. He has a child for that.
I do want to say that before this ends, I am sorry that I insinuated that your child is not yours, because that's not cool. But I never said that it was Greg's kid.
I know. Someone in the chat jumped on that. I'm sure
I would never say that.
It's true. I feel like, Gary, because I think you said I haven't been performing much.
Yeah.
Then you get all these kids in here that actually are watching, and the adrenaline hits, and you got to fucking fly.
I mean, I know what it's like to turn it on.
Here's another moment pretty early in our friendship when I was like, oh, I have some shit to learn from Gary. That Philly show I mentioned, we were driving to that show, and I had organized this whole house show tour, and we're all in the car going, what the fuck will work in a house? I'm like, I might try this type of thing. Will Miles is like, oh, maybe I'll do more crowd work, blah, blah, blah. Licata's like, I don't know. We're like, Gary, what are you going to do? And you just straight up are like, I don't know. And then like every 20, 30 minutes on the car ride, people are like, Gary, you figured out what your plan is yet? You're like, no. And then you just drank a 40 and went on stage and figured it out while you were up there.
Well, I mean, yes, what you're saying is factually correct, but we have to remember I am a comedian. I do write jokes. I got bits. I got shit to fall back on no matter what, right? I'm good. I've got the written material there. I don't know what this spot's about to be. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna see what's popping. I'm gonna see how they feeling. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. Let's get it. I mean, like worst come to absolute worst, I have a bad show. Not scary.
And let's also point out that show did end with them carrying you around the room on their shoulders.
Absolutely. They love me. They love me.
Physically.
They smoked me and Will Miles out, and I was like, this is tight.
I'm also not speaking metaphorically. It's not like, oh, they loved you. You were up on their shoulders. No, they physically put you on their shoulders and marched around the room in happiness.
Yeah, I hit the buzzer beater.
You did.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Now, Carmen, you said one more call, right? And then you got to go?
I don't have to go. If people want to keep going.
It's up to you guys.
I'm ready to go for a walk. I mean, we've been going 120. People probably don't want to hear us anymore.
Yeah, they probably had enough. Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, we've got Contessa on the line. Contessa, welcome to the show.
Hi. Hello. Just chilling out. How are y'all?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Nice.
I had a question. I need some advice from some guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been having phone sex with this guy during quarantine, and I've never met him, but we decided to take mushrooms while we were on the phone together, and he confessed that he was in love with me, and that he was obsessed with me, and I'm really scared, and I don't know what to do because I don't like him that much.
Oh, damn.
This is...
I know exactly what to do.
Carmen, you know exactly what to do?
Yeah, tell him the truth. Tell him that you've had fun, that shrooming and the phone sex is fun, but you don't love him. And I think it's gonna hurt his feelings and it's gonna hurt you, but it's better than him. I mean, there's no other option, really.
Yeah, like what are you gonna like?
I have a question.
Yeah, wait. It's like you can't say "I love you too,"
no,
and you also cannot hit him back days later. Like, yo, I love you too. That's wild.
How did this start? We need to know some background. How did this start?
Crazy because we don't need to know any background at all.
Yeah, how did this person you never met? How do you wind up doing shrooms and jerking off on the phone with them?
Yo, it's quarantine. Don't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm genuinely curious.
I was on Chatterbait. And I was giving this guy a bunch of money. And then he was like, hey, come hang out on my Discord. And I was like, sick. So I started talking to him. And then he was like, hey, my roommate is single. Do you want to talk to him? And I was like, yeah. And then I vibed with him more than I vibed with the guy from Chatterbait. So I was like,
oh.
Yo, giving him money on Chatterbait.
What is money? Yeah. What is it? I don't know what Chatterbait is. And why?
Chatterbait, I am familiar. I'll own up to this. Gary, are you familiar?
Yes.
No.
Chatterbait is a pornographic site where
where you can like chat and jerk off with people.
Well, there's it's like hundreds of people on webcams.
It's like chat roulette before jerking off.
But it's because it's like a big group.
Like, anybody can do this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do it when I was 18 and then it got too much work and I stopped doing it.
Holy shit. Yo.
Yeah. But it's not like chat roulette where it cycles through one or the other. You're like it's like
you're just watching.
Here's the buffet of choices.
Oh, you just watch.
You watch or you can broadcast yourself.
Oh,
and you say, give me like a couple bucks and I'll flash or something.
And then people can like give tokens and then you make money.
Okay.
But it's only 5 cents per dollar of a anyway.
What's that?
You only get 5 cents per token.
5 cents per token?
Yeah. People don't know that.
So I can set up my camera right now.
You can.
And pay rent.
You could.
As long as that dick rent, dog. Like everybody just tossing you the dough, dog. You got to be jerking off for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, you could just
what if I like hold up like I'm like, hey guys, it's me, Carmen, and then I like put in a screen of another dude's body jerking off, and everyone thinks it's me, and I make like a lot of money. Is that cool?
That's illegal.
All right.
So
Wait,
you're on
what?
there. Oh
Okay.
yeah, Gary, go for it.
Go for it.
So you're on there. You meet this guy. He says, "Come to my Discord." You've been paying him tokens to watch him jerk off.
Yeah.
You go to his Discord. So he has like a fan Discord set up for his Chatterbait community.
No, it's not for fans. I spent like maybe $1,000 on him or something. I bought him like a Instapot and stuff. He was like, you're dope.
Instapot. Hallie just got one. It's amazing. You can cook stuff real fast in an Instapot.
Can I ask you, like,
is it like a George Foreman grill?
Kind of, but it's a pot. It's very good. It's very good.
That's fly as hell. George Foreman grills are dope.
Gary,
I'm
you'd
go
love
ahead and give it the Instapot. Like the A-OK, that's tight.
Gary, you'd love an Instapot.
Why?
You'd love an Instapot.
What did he do that he earned $1,000?
Wait,
What did he do?
Introduce you to a homie, and you and the homie hit it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
then
wait, you gave him $1,000.
and you and the homie were like, "Man, let's jerk off together."
No, he's
Hi.
never seen me.
Okay, wait.
You have just like big globs of cum, and you're like, I like this.
You got a big dick.
I knew it. I knew he had a big fucking dick. I wanted to say that, but then I was like, but I knew it.
Also, no, more important is the vibes. He just had good vibes.
Yo, vibes are so important, dog.
Mhm.
Vibes are crazy important. Oh my god. Okay, so you went on and dropped the dough on him, met up with his homie, and did shrooms and jerked off, right?
No, wait, Gary, I want to slow down because we got to take our time. Carmen, I know you want to go, but this call.
No, I'm here. I'm here for this.
This call, I got to ask you. When you say you bought him an Instapot, are you saying because I gave him so many tokens, that's probably what he bought with it? Or
No,
did he have
had
an Amazon
wish list?
Amazon wish list? That's what
I got him a adjustable barbell set, Instapot, lights for his room, a couple art pieces, Zelda.
Yo, how big was this big?
You had an infatuation with this man.
It was huge.
Well, I gave a lot
Okay,
of money to a lot.
Like, what did he put it next to that let you know how big it was?
He's 6'4", I think. So just
Okay, cool. So he's 6'4". What did he put his dick next to? Because you could be 6'4".
Let's just also say that's not that
okay.
Big like this big?
That's not that big, homie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier in the show.
Was it like this
You
big?
know when you know. You just know.
Was it like?
Can't fake it.
Did it look like this?
That's a pretty small remote.
Wow.
Like, I'm wondering. Okay, was it like?
Girls have the eye. We got the eye. We could spot it from a mile away. Even if you fake it, we know.
Did it look like? Did it look like this?
So
was it like one of these?
Was it like that one?
Yeah. Was it like some of these here?
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
So Contessa, I do have to ask though. It sounds like you developed something of an infatuation with this person.
After you got out of the shower, did it look like this? All right, sorry.
So Contessa, you've got this infatuation. You're dropping coin on this horse-dicked masturbator on a webcam.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're in over your head when you're buying him all this stuff off the wish list, or are you comfortable with this financially? Are you in control of it? Or
Here's what happened.
Okay.
I had a sugar daddy. He gave me $10,000 cash, and I have a thing where if I come into money or find money that I don't really need, I will give it to other people. So.
Fly. That's a beautiful communist spirit, and I can dig it.
You have a sugar daddy?
Had. Got too weird.
That's real. That's real. I get that.
Was this can I ask, was this IRL or was it more of a...
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was. Intense.
I mean, if you felt safe, that's hella fly. I think that's very fucking nice.
Safe and consensual, I'm all about it. Safe and consensual for sure, but this is just none of us. I feel like Contessa's, just as we feel like the train is on the tracks, she veers it in a new direction.
I thought that was cool that you brought in some Wait, so I forgot what was the question?
How does she tell the other dude that she doesn't like?
Oh, yeah, I'm
How
not
does
in
she
love with
tell
him.
this other masturbator she's not in love with him?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, that's yeah.
The scarier thing is, what if I am in love with him? What do I do?
Now, when you took the mushrooms,
Mhm.
I'm sure that had some effect where I would have to imagine that was part of his inner journey to realize this wasn't just phone sex with a stranger he's never met before. And when you say phone sex, I have to ask, because you are on Chatterbait, is this actual phone sex where you're talking on the phone? Or is that just, are you using that as a broader phrase to mean like webcam sex?
Oh no, just phone. You can't. You need both hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's easier.
It's easier to masturbate with a phone in one hand?
No, you just put it next to you and you don't have to look at anything. Close your eyes. But
So
yeah, just phone.
this guy's tripping on shrooms. He has this
Mhm.
realization. Now, I've never done mushrooms, so I can't speak as an authority.
Oh,
But I do understand.
There are levels to it. Like, was he fully tripping? Like, how much shrooms did y'all do?
oh. I saw some stuff. We said we figured it out. That's what we said.
You figured out
Okay.
What?
Life.
figured out life.
So it was a real trip. You went on a journey.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
you were fully tripping. Okay.
Just for maybe you can help me. What did you figure out? Because I need to know the answers.
It's life. It's everything.
What about it?
Yeah, like what? Like, what'd you come back with?
Have y'all not done mushrooms before?
Yeah.
I'm trying to know what you figured out though. What did you figure out about life?
It's everything. Everything.
So what's not to love about this guy if you went on a trip and figured out everything about life together? I mean, I would have to imagine that's what he's responding to.
I don't know. It's scary.
Sounds like I need to up my dosage of shrooms because I haven't figured out shit besides that the ocean looks a little bit prettier.
Wait, how many shrooms have you doing, Carm?
I've just been doing like a few stems and a cap here. I'm not like tripping.
No, boy, you need like
yeah,
6
you got to go all the way. You got to go all the way. Like I'm kind of like in a place now where I'm not doing like a few stems here and there for like a little high anymore. No, I need to go there.
The last time you did it,
huh?
How much do you do? Like a half.
The last time I did it, I didn't do a ton, which is I think why I was like, I need to not do this because before that I was only doing a lot, which was fun. Not always fun, but informative.
Now, I got to just say, if you're in the chat and you're like me and you've always been too scared to do mushrooms, go ahead and smash AQ. AQ if you're like me and you're too scared to do mushrooms. Yeah, there we go.
If you are scared to do mushrooms, that's totally fine.
That's totally fine. I mean, like, I definitely...
Let's just remember the fan base we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I get it. But, I mean, like, I for sure used to be really scared of it. I used to be like, I don't want to get stuck there, you know?
I just feel like with my mental problems, things could go really awry.
I hear you. Yeah.
I would say if you don't feel like it's a good idea, definitely don't do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to. I'm just scared.
So, Contessa, a guy, I just want to sort out all the facts here and make sure I'm moving forward. So you have one guy, an older guy, who finds you. Is it through seeking arrangement? I understand that's the big sugar baby site, right?
No, we were just hooking up on Tinder, and then he was like, I just want to give you money. And I was like, oh, sick. Cool.
Oh, that's so fucking a lie.
Damn, nobody's giving me money for it.
Can you imagine? I mean, like,
no.
You hook up on Tinder. A man gives you $10,000. You become infatuated. Every couple months, he gives you $10,000.
You know how hard I had to work my whole life to get $10,000?
Wait, it totals $10,000 through the course of this, or you're having like quarterly installments of $10,000?
Well, every time I would go back from school to the city to see him.
10 G's every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I've been on unemployment for 3 months and I've gotten $10,000.
Oh yeah, I'm regretting this shit real bad now. I'm unemployed.
No, now, hold on now. And is this like a fetish? Is he like a rich dude with a fetish to just spend that much money?
I don't know. He had a lot of kids that already grew up, so I think he was just like didn't know what to do with his money.
So he didn't need them. So he's giving you the money. And you said that it eventually got weird. At first, though, is there something hot about that? Is this?
For me, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you have thousands and thousands of dollars that this guy gave you. You go on a popular webcam service. You become infatuated with a horse-dick masturbator. You start buying him kitchen appliances. You go down this rabbit hole, and he's
hooking up the chicken with the rice. He's hooking up vegetables, steamed veggies. He's hooking up.
It's taking no time at all, Gary. These things take no time at all.
I mean, like my guy up all the shit. It's like he's putting a bunch of fucking veggies, some fucking like pork shoulder in there.
Yeah. He's getting buff on my dumbbells.
Oh yeah,
and he getting strong. And he getting strong. The better
and work
dick with. The better to fucking pull that to fucking plug it.
Yeah.
To fucking crank twerk one off. Yeah, he's trying to pop a load that's gonna blast through the floor.
Yeah, this dude's trying to
get
So you're watching his muscles grow, and you know that's because of your weights and the protein he's cooking in your Instapot.
Yeah, every time I see him, I say, "Hey, beef boy."
Yeah. Would you really? Is that your nickname?
I do. Beef boy or moose boy.
This dude's trying to pop a load that'll put a hole through a wall.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you wind up the horse dick masturbator. You don't totally click with him, but his roommate. You and his roommate wind up having phone sex. How does that transition happen exactly?
Oh, like he would send me pictures of dogs every single day. Oh.
But I'll reiterate my question. How does that lead to you having phone sex? Because again, I don't know that answered the question.
I think it did, but he was nice.
This nasty boy sounds like he's busting loads so big that he could put a hole through.
So Beef Boy, you move on from Beef Boy. What's your nickname for Beef Boy's roommate? Because you got Beef Boy, the horse dick masturbator. And what's the roommate called?
Oh, I don't know. I just say Chunky or Boy, B-O-I.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah. I don't know.
You like calling men boys.
Well,
maybe they got boys. Maybe like, men we're talking about. Maybe we're talking about boys.
Yeah.
That would be a weird twist.
I mean, not in the age sense, but in the mentality sense.
This dude sounds like
every guy's like 12. That brain.
Now, Contessa, I guess what I'm leading up to, because I'm walking us through all the steps. So you do click with this new boy. You do feel comfortable expressing sexuality via the phone. You do feel comfortable tripping together from afar. Are there any elements of love here? Do you respect the fact that he said that? Because initially I thought to myself, well, this guy went nuts and over the top, but I don't know about you, Gary and Carmen. I'm starting to see the baby steps of how he's feeling those feelings, maybe in a genuine way.
I don't.
Okay, talk to me about this, Gary. Because this is also, can we all admit, the greatest call in the history of this show.
Well, just before
my first I don't know how the other calls been.
Hype me up like this.
It sounds like this guy's busting loads so big that in the ocean we got ourselves hurricanes.
So, Gary, you're saying you can't see how this guy felt like these were real feelings. I'm saying I could see him mistaking these for real feelings.
I absolutely understand how he could mistake them for real feelings. I do not see how but I also totally see how these are not real feelings. Right now we're in a quarantine. My guy just saw his homie get Instapot for jerking off. Okay. He thinks that shit's crazy. His expectations for the world are a little wild right now. and he's high on mushrooms. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, Gary Carmen, side question.
Yeah.
Can you ever imagine being so good at jerking off that someone sends you a device to cook with in your kitchen?
I mean, like, I thought I was good at jerking off because I'm done with it pretty quickly. But it sounds like I'm not good at all because I've never made a dime off of it.
On Chatterbait is free to sign up.
I'm not kidding on Chat.
Please, Carmen, please let this lead to you broadcasting masturbation sessions on Chatterbait. Now, Gary Carmen. Now, Gary Carmen, another side question. If you could receive one helpful household item in exchange for being good at jerking off, what would you pick?
Immersion blender.
Ooh, what is that?
It's like a little blender, but instead of like putting stuff inside of it,
it's the hand blender.
A pot and you put it inside. And you
are those expensive?
I don't know, but it's some shit that I wouldn't exactly buy myself. I can't buy it myself. I mean, like, actually, you know what I would want?
What's that?
I'd want like a sous vide, like a whole little sous vide setup.
Talk to me about this. I'm not familiar.
Sous vide is the style of cooking where they like spin the water. It's like a thing that you put inside the water, like spin the water fast enough to heat shit up so you can super control the temperature at which food cooks.
That's perfect. Perfect answer.
Yeah.
That's tight. I know what I want.
What do you want?
I want one of those massage chairs they got at the malls.
Great answer.
Yeah.
You want to be so good at jerking off that you get a reclining massage chair in the mail.
Listen, if I'm good at it, I got to keep that body rested, and I got to.
You gotta stay loose, Carl.
Yeah, I got to do a treatment so I can get back out there and make the money.
I would want a fondue pot myself. I would want a fondue pot.
Ooh, that's kind of just like a pot.
Is it?
I don't know.
I feel like they have fondue kits.
But isn't that like the food and stuff also? Am I wrong?
You melt cheese, you melt chocolate, dip some strawberries in the chocolate, right?
Yeah, but isn't that the kit? The cheese and the chocolate?
Yeah, I guess I could have aimed a little higher.
Hey, but I also said an immersion blender off top, which is like, what, $20, $15? I don't know how much it is.
People are making fun of me.
Yeah, if I can get you a fondue pot, that's where I take a shit in the pot and put it on your head. Talking all that shit earlier.
Wait, I gotta say, basically, dog, if you don't like them, just be like, I don't like them. If you want to keep jerking off, we can keep doing that, but we got to keep this other shit on the low.
Yeah, wait, what was the question?
I would want a Peloton. Good call back, Lexness, a Peloton. Last week, we had a lot of talk about how this show, people think this show is sponsored by Peloton. It's not. I just told a story about how my friend from high school invented Peloton.
What? And you don't have one?
No. And they even were going to advertise on my podcast. I was like, oh, I told the ad team, reach out. Let Tom Cortese know. Bryson says I shouldn't name people's full names. Let Tom Cortese know that I really appreciate him taking out the ad.
You guys, this show is sponsored by Fondue Pot. It's going to take a shit in the pot and smack it over Gethard's head. Sponsored by Fondue Pot.
So, Contessa, the question, now that we have all the facts straight, how do you explain to this guy that you're not in love with him as well? Because Gary Carmen, I know we had to walk a long way there, but I do feel like we really have a full sense of how this journey got us from point A, which was a sugar daddy giving you $10,000 a few times a year, to point B, which is a person you've never met, but who you masturbate on the phone with, telling you that he's in love with you because you recently did mushrooms together. So now I feel like we know how all that happened.
Yeah.
How does Contessa explain it's not how I see this?
No explanation necessary. You just say that's not how I see this.
Cool.
But you do have the conversation.
I mean, it does to me from where I'm sitting. Based on the facts that I've been told, I don't think it's a big deal to have the conversation. To be like, yo, this is fun. I'm not feeling this. I don't need this. That's not what I was in this for. And if I was, I'm not feeling it with you right now.
Yeah. Okay. Carmen.
Yeah, I think like at the end of the day, honesty is always the best. And I think if you are just straight up and like I had a good time and you're like, I don't know if I love you. We've never met in person. I don't think it's rational to say that you're in love with somebody without you can like love somebody, but to be in love with somebody, in my opinion, is two different things.
I would say all of those things very, very much ring true. Another option would be to say, hey, it's never going to work because let's not forget that the way I met you is because I spent countless hours on a campsite watching your roommate jerk off. So anytime I visit your house and you cook me a romantic dinner, I'm going to wonder if it was cooked in the Instapot that I bought your roommate because he's that good at jerking off. Anytime I look over and see those weights in the corner, I'm going to remember that the reason you're so toned might be because you borrow your roommate's weights. And I know in my heart that I purchased those weights with my sugar baby money.
Down with the threesome song.
What's that?
Nothing. What? You said he'd be down for a threesome.
I mean, definitely try to get it popping off, dog. If that's what you want, you got to ask for what you want. If you want a threesome where everybody jerking off and you jerking off, ask them. They can say no.
Ask for one, and I've never had one.
Are you talking about a phone sex threesome or a real life threesome?
No, like he was like looking up tickets and he was like, this is how much it is. And I was like, I don't want to fly right now. And he was like, oh, you know, you need to. And I was like, well, then I'm going to see your roommate. And he said I cucked him. And then, but, you know, sometimes it would just be nice because quarantine really got me, you know.
Wait, who cucked who? Who was the one getting cucked? Everyone's confused. A new twist.
Oh, well, I also had phone sex with the guy with the horse dick. And then I started talking to his roommate. So he said, you cucked me. And now he like won't talk to me.
Beef boy won't talk to you?
Yeah, he does, but he has a weird vibe now.
So the roommate and beef boy are feuding over who gets to have phone sex with you.
And yo, I don't want to sound crude, but I guarantee there's somebody else out there with a big dick that's willing to jerk off for appliances. You know, if that's what you're into, dog, you can find somebody else with a big dick that's down to jerk off.
Yeah.
You're not into them.
And when you say a horse dick, now, does that mean it's an actual horse's? Like,
it's like this?
Does it have, or does it look like?
Yeah, it's like pancake flat on top.
Yeah. Or does it look like
this?
Does it look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can it
yeah, Jim? Can it basketball?
Yeah. Fit inside of these?
Bryson, I'm just gonna ask you, don't cut to single shots during that bit again. Because I'm worried someone might take it too far and all of a sudden an actual dick will be out. Somebody, okay?
Let me go ahead and tell you right now, I swear to God, I'm not taking my actual dick out.
I was not talking about you. I'm talking about the person who thought a funny joke would be to say that I'm not the father of my own child, Mr.
Oh,
Tim.
yeah. You think I would pull my little ass dick out on?
Energy is really changing in here right now.
Oh, thank you. Never sent a dick pic in my life, son.
That can't be true. That's not true.
Yeah, well, I had a long distance.
That's just so clearly a lie.
Well, I did it once. I had a long distance girlfriend. We did that. We had
yes.
She lived in a different country. Of course, I'm just. All right, fuck.
I don't know, contestant. You feel like you got enough?
You feel good?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, Ty. Y'all hope you have a good night.
Contestant, my final question.
Oh, never mind.
Hold on, Gary, because you'll like this question. Contestant, did you ever really want our advice, or were you just looking to tell that story?
No, I really did.
All right. Well, I hope you got something useful.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, later. Be safe.
All right.
Hey, have a good walk, Carm. Sleep well, Geth.
It was really great seeing you both again. Carmen, I just saw you on Sunday in real life. And Gary, I haven't seen you in forever. And I have to say, we were texting. I said, it's been so long since we've done comedy together, and it's been so long since we hung out. So I hope we get to. But you'll probably be in fucking Austria next week. Who knows?
He's going to Paris.
He's probably going to tell us Paris. And then the next time you text him, he's going to be like, oh, no, I'm in Budapest. I met someone in Paris who had a castle in Budapest, so I'm staying there. That's how Gary does things.
I just matched with a girl from Kenya on Tinder, and a different one from Brazil. Yeah, for whatever reason, Tinder turned on all access to the entire country or world. All right, I gotta go. This sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not on Tinder, by the way.
All right. I'll see you.
Hi, Carm.
All right, yeah. Anyway, yeah, everybody, next week, Murph Meyer is on the show. Murph's going to be here talking about the workers of the world needing to unite to overthrow capitalism. He's been posting a lot of stuff on my Instagram lately. So if you have any questions about what he's rambling about, Murph will be here talking about the international workers of the world. Have to thank Gary Richardson. Have to thank Carmen Christopher. Have to thank everyone who called. I think everyone would agree. Have to thank Contessa for that bar setting call. I have to thank everyone for not making fun of my Fudgy the Whale hat from Carvel. I have to thank Bryson, Jess. I have to thank Hexagons. I have to thank Jersey Dave. I have to thank everybody who's doing so much great stuff in the Discord. The fact that we have Emily and Forrest doing the podcast. We got the pre-show gang, the post-show gang. It all is so meaningful. We're building something really cool here. Come back tomorrow for Robbie. Come back Saturday for Riley. Sunday for Connor and Griffin. Keep your eyes peeled for all the shows we're going to be adding. We're trying to really fill this thing out. A lot of different people doing different things. So thank you all for supporting the show. And yeah, after party over at Chatterbait, I guess. Oh, no, wait. It's in the Discord. All right. We'll see you next week.